Alright, now that we're up to the rear repair, what we're going to do, or what we have to do first, is we have to remove the caliper and we have to remove the rotor. And in this case, we're not going to remove the caliper from the caliper bracket there. What we're going to do is we're going to remove this guy right here. Let me see. Yeah, right there. See it? There's two of them. That way we can keep the caliper and bracket in one piece with minimal dismantle. After we get that off, we'll be able to get the rotor off, and we'll see the carnage that lies within. Very good. Well, alright. We got the rotor off, we got the caliper off. Most of the hardware is still here. And a bunch of rust as well. So, the backing plate, which is supposed to be out to about right here, is missing. And the holes for the pins are flavorful and way too big. The hardware, well, this is all the hardware that fell out of the rotor when I actually got the rotor off. So all the hardware is here, but that's damaged, that's damaged. There's a portion of this spring missing. This pin right here is supposed to be straight. That one's supposed to be, well, it's supposed to look just like that. So yeah, we got all the new hardware, but now we got to get the hub and bearing out, which it's 4 14 millimeters, which we are replacing. And I had to cut the cable because it wasn't talking to me right. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that attached. I'm gonna try and get these 10 millimeter bolts out. If I can't, I'm just gonna replace them. And the one thing that needs to be transferred over onto the new backing plate is this guy right here for the springs. We have to transfer that over. So let's get this guy out, transfer that over, and get the new parts in. Alright, before I forget guys, before I take the hub out, there is a connector here to the wheel speed sensor that you must disconnect. So yeah, we're going to disconnect that and then get everything else out. Very good. Alright, so now that we got the hardware out, we don't really got to worry about damaging anything, so let's get this this bearing out. I was not expecting one shot. I got to be honest with you, I was not expecting that. Very good, surface is all prepped. I did clean this with my little wire wheel right here, and I did use my needle scaler right here all around the area because the metal was definitely swollen. Alright, very good guys. We got the brand new backing plate here, brand new hardware for the wheel bearing, and a brand new wheel bearing. Let's get these parts in. Alright guys, one of the tips of the video, there is a left and right backing plate, and you can fit the backing plate on backwards. So with that being said, do one side at a time, and if you're ever not sure which way the backing plate goes, the rotor goes in the backing plate, the shoes are going to sit here, and for this gap right here, well, you see these guys, how important those are? That goes to the caliper bracket. That's how you can figure it out. The caliper's on this side, the gap goes right here. Very good. Here we have the new hardware. We had to reuse this guy here. It's all laid out for the driver's rear. Now here's the old stuff. There's something else you have to transfer over. Well, we got rodents in this cabinet.
There's a lot of it in this.
So what we have to transfer over is this here lever or arm. That's where the e-brake cable attaches. So what we have to do is this little U-clip here, we have to spread her open, giggity, and get it out. Also, there's no shim here, but the hardware kit does come with one. Now this little guy should go underneath right there. So when we take this out and fit it to the new shoes over there, we're going to see how much play there is and whether or not we need this guy. So let's get this arm off, transfer it over to the new one, and then install our U-clips. Squeeze it so it's like this, so we know for a fact that this won't come out. And yeah, we'll install it on the vehicle. Very good. Guys, if there's a better way of doing this, let me know in the comments, please. Come on, come on. You're right there. You're right there. Get out of your home. Alright, there we go. Let's lift the lever up. Let's see. Oh, there's a spacer right here. Alright, alright. So, excuse me, guys. It goes on that side of the arm, not the inside. Come on. Very good. New one. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's gonna have to spring down a lot. You know what? I'm just gonna reuse the original one. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's nice and tight, so you know what? Got a little vice grip right here. Dan it, dan it. Ooh, we're in there. We are in there like swimwear. Then we'll rotate it just a little bit. Come on. Very good. Get it back in there. And then give it a squeeze. And we are in there. Very, very good. Oh, wait, let's see if it moves. All right, very good. Any play? Minimal. Alright guys, before I forget to tell you, I did hit these with a gun to send them on home, but I did put my big 3/8 on it and gave it a little German torque. Also, another tip of the video, before you put your shoes on, make sure you grease the shoe points on where they contact the backing plate, or you can get a rotational noise. I just want y'all to know I hate drums. I don't like them. But I can do them. Unlike some. So we got all new hardware. We got all new hardware for the e-brake. All new shoes. All new wheel bearing. Make sure you check the connector for any corrosion and clean where needed. We ran the e-brake line in the proper positioning, and we installed new hardware as well. It goes into the vehicle right here and attaches, so we're gonna have to do that in the interior, but we're gonna move on to the passenger side. Very good. Let's see, will I get lucky again with one shot? Yeah. Alright guys, I think I had a bright idea. What I decided to do was, I decided to build the backing plate and shoes on the bench instead of struggling on the car. So now, I just got to install the wheel bearing. And then everything's installed. Well, not everything. I still got to run the e-brake cable, and I still got to attach it. Well, I still got to detach the ones from the interior, attach the cables, and then make my adjustments. So another note of the video, guys, or another tips and tricks: have your adjuster adjusted all the way in to its most minimum spec. So then once the cable is installed, then you adjust your e-brake properly. Very good. Let's get the bearing in. It's gonna get loud. Safety goggles are on, guys. Very good. Alright guys, so now that we're up to the e-brake, we had to remove the whole center console. And the reason why is, well, the cables do go into the interior, but our brake is right here. So the cables are held in the body by a number of things. By 2 clips here and by 4 10mm bolts underneath the vehicle. So now we already got our cables ran into the vehicle, so now we just have to set them up in there, and then we have to put them in this, and then we could adjust our e-brake, and we also can adjust right here. But as I'm looking a little closer, I see this is almost all the way adjusted out. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack this 10mm nut free, and we're going to back it out, set the cable, then we're going to set the tension at the shoes, and then we'll set the tension here, and then we'll go on our maiden voyage. Very good. Well, all right guys, everything is in. Well, at least everything is in underneath the vehicle. We are done. E-brake has been adjusted. At least it's been adjusted at the drum back here. This side has been adjusted. All these new parts. Now we just got to go into the interior and adjust it there and go on a road test. Well, we got to put everything back together and then go on a road test. So let's get into the interior and finish this up. Alright guys, so the center console comes out with 2 12mm right there. And you got a Phillips here and a Phillips here. You also have to take off the trim piece that goes right here. You also have to take off the trim piece that goes right here. Now the brindle, this guy right here, and the cup holder, that just pulls out. You also have a connector right here for the cigarette lighter that's in here. So yeah, once you get those 12s out, once you unscrew the shifter knob to take it out, once you get these trim pieces out, you can get a trim tool in the seam right here, and this piece pops right out, and then it'll give you enough room to gain access to cigarette lighter connector, and then you have all the room that you got. Very good. So now we just have to go on our maiden voyage, make sure the e-brake is not making any noises. We got to finish putting this back together, and yeah, give the customer back their vehicle in a whole lot better condition than it arrived in. So if you don't know what to do, guys, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification for further content.